it is Mary.
And Anna.
We invite you guys to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below, you all, because y'all, we are really seeing who was the mass manipulator of the media, and it's looking like it's William and it's Charles. Sorry, not sorry. But we're gonna get right into it, you guys. I think this episode, it was really all about what is it? Really just to turn up the tides with Harry and Meghan and how they kind of departed from the actual place, you know, the institution.
Yeah, and it kind of takes us back to first. It starts with Meghan, you know, looking at her son and just feeling like, you know, I just wanted to just give him cousins because I never had cousins.
She was the
only
only child.
Being the only child.
Yeah.
And so I try so hard to fit in and everything like that. She'll be there wearing her little muted colors so nobody can pay attention to her.
Yeah.
But what she realized after that whole, even with the Harry thing, when Harry left, and they're trying to protect William's image. What she realized, that what happened before, but what she realized was that this is never going to stop.
Yeah.
This is never going to stop. So, then, of course, you had the father. The father now was coming out, right?
Yeah.
And because, did we talk about when the reporter told her that she was not okay? When she told the...
Yeah, we did. We already talked about that.
He told her that she was not okay, and then they had the hashtag "We Love You, Meghan."
Yeah.
Was trending, okay? And right away, now the British public started to feel sorry for her.
Yeah.
But the royal family was not feeling sorry for her.
Yeah.
So the dad came out, you know, first he started talking about how she has like some kind of superiority, like who does she think she is kind of thing. Like he was also speaking against his daughter. But he was also speaking against the royal family. But he was also
started out with the dad, actually, on the interview.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I might think what blew my mind about the whole father was, apparently the mother, it was such a bad situation that she left your ass.
When Meghan was
2. Like, as a woman, you still need your partner, even when the child is 2. Usually you leave when they're like 5 or something like that, if it gets that bad. But she left you at 2.
Yeah.
I don't know how active or proactive he was in the life or whatever, but it's like you were there for her enough where she wanted.
Yeah, she was there on the weekends, and she was at her mom during the week. She did say that.
So she was obviously active enough for her to actually want to ask you to walk her down the aisle. I mean, because if it wasn't a good relationship, she would have never asked you for that.
And how do you sell her out like that for some money?
And now all of a sudden you just have lost your mind.
Lost his mind. Talk about superiority. You know what I think? He probably talks like that about her mom.
Probably.
So now it's like you start having amnesia, thinking of your daughter the same way you think of the wife.
Yeah, and then you have your sister who is disabled in a mother effing wheelchair.
Yeah, the half sister of Meghan.
Who is now like making all these fake Twitter accounts and is part of this hate group. Yes. How are you so miserable and you're in a wheelchair? You ain't focused on your health, the limited health you have.
Yeah, no, she's not.
She's
focused on Meghan. That girl was blonde. When this whole Meghan thing was going, she went and dyed her hair brown.
The degeneracy is so high. You know,
she was a mess. She was a mess. And then Twitter suspended her. That girl got 11 other accounts. And then, and then they found out that it was such a coordinated attack. You had like 114,000 tweets only by 83 people. And they were middle-aged Caucasian people.
Probably were paid.
Women.
Yes.
Probably paid by the press.
Or the royal family.
They were showing them. Because the royal family is an institution. So I'm trying to separate the fact, but you can't really separate it completely because
but my thing is the royal family was feeding the media these lies. And then the thing is, like, also in the end of the episode, we saw how they protected William like that.
Yes.
But they never did it for Meghan out once in 3 years. So you guys have the power to do that in the media, but you chose not to.
Yeah, but a lot of the lies were not coming from the royal family. But what the press understood was this.
They're not defending her.
They were not going to defend her. They weren't going to protect her. So it was a free-for-all. Yes, they could say whatever the hell they wanted.
That's what we'll call this episode. It was a free-for-all on Meghan.
Yes. Write that down.
Or said she was fed to the wolves or something.
Yeah. But, but Meghan she just realized I am going to be a scapegoat, you know. But she decided, she kept on telling them, okay, because of the father, the queen, right? and Prince Charles advised her to write this letter. So she goes ahead and says, okay, I'm going to go ahead and write this letter to my father. She writes the letter, gives it to the press secretary of William, because I guess they're sharing press secretaries. Somehow that letter was leaked by the press secretary.
Who also has to get confirmation from their boss.
I'm sure.
Which is William, Charles, or the Queen.
It's William.
Oh yeah, William. Okay. It's William.
Each of them have their own press secretary.
Yes. And mind you, the thing is, Prince Harry and Meghan were sharing press secretaries with William.
Yes,
because when they were young boys, they said that we will never let our press secretarial office get as chaotic as our dad's was. Yeah. So that's why they had it together. But William backstabbed him and became just like his daddy.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what happened. But let me see here. Okay, so it was leaked to the press. And of course, when they were showing the letter, they didn't show us all the 5 pages of the letter.
No.
They redacted most of the letter where she was talking about the media manipulation.
Yes.
They redacted that, and just even the last part where Meghan says she just wants peace and she wishes her father peace, they redacted that too. So you know what they were about.
Yeah.
You know what, anything that will soften the public's hearts, they were not going to show that. And so they put this letter out there, and Meghan was just like, look, they need to be prosecuted. We need to contact an attorney. And they were like, oh, yes. We'll do it.
We'll do it all.
Months passed, nothing. So they decided to get an outside attorney, which they did. And decided to sue. In that act, they were going against the royal family.
Yeah.
Because you don't go and sue the man. Even the father told him, my darling boy, don't do that. Don't do that, you will never win.
Well, but the thing is, you're not doing anything. We cannot trust you people. You guys are not defending her. Yeah. So no, I'm not going to listen to you no more. Screw y'all at this point.
I disagree. The media is too out of control. So no, I'm not.
And it's like they're being a slave to the media, but really they're not, because they actually could say things and put things out there and defend their people. Yeah. And because they quickly defended William and all this stuff, but you're not doing it for her. But you're here acting like you guys are these victims. You're basically trying to say, look, Meghan, we are all victims of the media. We can't control them. We can't do nothing. But then when she saw how you guys quickly defended William, by the time Harry had walked his ass out that building, there was a joint statement that he never signed.
You never even asked him about it.
Never even gave authority.
I'm giving joint statement with William. What? He's not bullying me. Of course he's bullying me out.
He just cussed me out in this meeting. What are you talking about? And then his granddaddy is there lying on him, saying things that just aren't true. Which me personally, I feel like that statement about how dark the baby's gonna be, I believe it was either William or it was Charles. It was one of them for sure.
It's one of them for sure. And we'll tell you about that in the next episode.
We sure will.
But they decided that they weren't going to go to San Juan. They were going to spend Christmas instead at Vancouver.
So they did not spend Christmas with the Queen because they were on the outs with her.
Yeah, they were just on the outs. And I mean, there's nothing much she can do when they're screaming at him. At the end of the day, she has to. And you saw her when she was in
civilized.
when you saw when she was in her 20s, what she said, I am going to give my whole life to this institution. So that's what, at the end of the day, she's the head of that institution. And if they come and say, hey, this is how we got to go, her advisors give her that advice, that's what she has to do. So anyhow, they realized that relationship was going to change.
Yeah.
That relationship between them and the family, that was going to change. And they were in Canada, that's when they began to really think.
Yeah.
How can we, move on? So they decided, hey, why don't we go to, did we talk about that when he went to talk to them about Canada?
Yeah, I think so.
No, we haven't reached that. I think we talked about it among ourselves when I was reading it to you. But they wanted to go to Canada. The father wanted them to put this in a letter.
Oh no, we had not talked about that.
No, the father wanted them to put it in a letter that, hey, okay, you're going to go live in Canada, because at first the palace signed off on that they can move to South Africa. They signed off on that. But when he was supposed, the Queen said, why don't you come up? We're going to discuss this. Once once the Queen said so, she said, come with Meghan, we're going to have tea. Then, all of a sudden, as they were boarding the plane, they were told, don't come here. The Queen is busy all week. And she was like, I didn't know. He called grandma back, and she's like, yeah, I did not know that I was busy all week. I've been told now that I'm busy all week. So it's like, she's older this time.
Yeah.
She doesn't have time to argue with people. If you go and you book things for me last minute because you don't want to see the grandson, I'm not going to argue about that. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, he told the father, Meghan and I will be willing. And I thought that was a good deal.
They're going to do it for free.
We're going to do it for free. We don't want any public funds, because if we have any public funds,
they want to control us.
Then they'll control us. But we will travel in the name of the Queen. We will use our own money.
Yeah.
But we're just not going to live there.
Yeah.
So maybe when we're out of that fire, they're not going to harass us anymore.
But the
father said put it in writing. He didn't want to.
He said no, because it will leak. Put it in writing, or this will not be happening.
Yeah.
So daddy go ahead.
Put it in writing. Of course,
he leaks it
to the press. And on that letter that he sent to his father specifically said that he didn't say that to the other ones that he said to William and the Queen, but the one that he said to father, he said, we are willing to relinquish our title if we can't work out of London. And that was legal too. So obviously the father had to give the okay.
Yeah.
And this is just
degeneracy.
It's just a way of trying to control. It's a means of control. Okay, now they don't want the money, Okay, but and they're not willing to relinquish their title. Well, I'm going to make this public, like Harry said. Any kind of anything that they are trying to do, any plan that they are trying to do that goes public, 9 times out of 10, that plan doesn't work.
Because once the father decides about it, goes south.
So the father says, yeah, I'm going to do it because now he didn't have any cards to play with, any trump cards,
and he was
because Harry was willing to relinquish the titles, and so the father didn't have any trump card. So he said, I'm going to sabotage this mess.
But I think he was trying to call his bluff, because I don't think he really thought he would relinquish his titles.
No, I think that he knew it will be up for public debate, and then they will not do it anymore. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I think the father knows his son. He knows
You
Harry.
think he knew he was
I think he knows Harry. I think he knows Harry well enough. I think he knows Harry well enough to know that this is serious. And this is not the first time. No one can tell me that this is the first time that Harry has said something, or expressed any kind of irritation for the life that he was living or had, or his whole royal family. Nobody can tell me that. When he was young, do you see how that boy was frowning his face at the media?
Yeah.
So you can't tell me
and then when they killed
that
his
he
mom,
has not expressed that. He has expressed. He didn't even want to go and walk in that funeral procession. He was so pissed. He didn't want to walk for them taking pictures, because it's you guys who killed her in his mind.
Yeah.
So why the hell am I going to walk with you all so you all can have your little snaps? And he wasn't going to, except when Diana's brother said, hey, I will walk with you. I will walk with you. I'll walk all the way with you. And I think the grandfather walked with him as well.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, what was the next thing I wanted to say? So then they had to, because it was all out in the public now that they're trying to leave, now they had to, Harry and Meghan had to put on Instagram now, at least speak for their voices. They had to put on Instagram now and say, her claws, ouch. They had to put on the Instagram that they're going to have reduced role. And then once they put that out there, here was the media line. Oh my God, the Queen, the poor Queen does not know.
She was blindsided, she knew nothing.
And the Queen knew all this time. She knew what was going on, what he wanted. But just the lies. And I have some...
The lies!
I have some relatives who were like just falling for it too. And I'm just like...
What are you talking about?
They're just like, oh, this is all Meghan's fault. Oh my God, I cannot believe they're just putting Instagram... I was like, you all, come on. This is not Meghan's idea. This is Harry's idea. Have you been watching this guy since he was born? He does not like being there. He does not like this media. He doesn't. He's his mother's son. I've been saying it for the longest time. And he finally said
it. He said it was my choice. I met him. Meghan never asked to leave. And I didn't think she would, though.
No, she was going to keep hope alive.
That's part of that little black woman syndrome. Just a sprinkle of
and
it.
even had the nerve. I mean, I felt so bad because she even was even thinking about taking her own life.
Yeah.
Taking her own life. Like, if I'm not here, then all this stuff will stop.
I think Harry looked at that, said, we've been here for 4 years. She will not last 100 years. We have got to get out of here.
Remember Princess Diana tried to do? She threw herself down the steps. Yes, she did. I've been following them for a long time.
She threw herself down the steps?
She did. So once this thing, that's another conversation, but so once this thing, I think she wants to go out, she has to use the bathroom. So anyway, once this thing went public, now they finally decided, okay, let's go and meet in Sandrian. Meghan, of course, not invited. And while they're there, William and the dad yelling, screaming at Harry. So they were like, it's not up for debate. He can't be half in, half out. And as he's leaving, they put out this joint statement. Like, oh, by the way, William is not bullying Harry out, as was told by the press. They both put out a joint statement saying that William is not bullying out.
And Harry said I would have never put out a statement like that.
So it's like, no one even asked my permission. And he was just like, they were willing in just a few hours to protect William's reputation. And for 3 years, they never even tried to just tell the truth. To say what you're saying about Meghan is not true. She is not wreaking havoc in the palace. She's not a diva. That's all you had to say.
Yeah.
And we will protect her. You could not even say that.
But the media knew that the royal family did not even like Meghan. So they say, you know what? They fed her to us, and we're going to take this and run with it. Because you guys aren't sure that you're going to protect her. So I mean, hey, it is what it is. And Harry knew that if they had actually, backed her up, it would not have been as bad. But they didn't give a damn. So he's like, you know what? I have got to get the hell out of here. Because you guys are really just doing crazy stuff now. And you guys are being so blatant and bold with it.
And so it was like, okay, we're gone. We're done. And so they came back for their last week there.
And it was a rainbow, honey. It was beautiful. She was wearing red. He was wearing red.
Oh my God, you all got to go to Sussex Squad.
I literally remember you
and
telling me
I
about
was listening to that. Oh wow, it was such a beautiful show that they did.
Yeah.
Showing all that color. Meghan came out with a blue. They took the pictures of the rain. Did you see her in the red and him in the red?
Yes, and
like whatever the tie he wore always matched her color.
Did
you see the green at Westminster Abbey?
Yes, honey.
Inside the coat was like green silk to match her outfit. Yes. And he had a green tie. Oh my goodness, I was like,
they went out with a bang.
They went out with
bang,
a
bang, 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 bang.
Yes, and that's what Sussex Squad was saying, and it was so funny to hear Harry say, we just wanted to go out there with a bang. So that was really, really interesting. Yeah. But like Harry said, you guys missed the opportunity. Here's a woman of color. Most of the people in the Commonwealth are people of color. You missed an opportunity.
But it just goes to show,
for your benefit. Like
personally, I just felt like it goes to show that they actually look down. They still look down on people of color, and the whole thing. I still think it's probably a form of slavery. Like they're still there with your colonialism, being the head of an African country. Yeah. Get the hell out! It's not your country. What are you doing there?
It's all over the world. They're all over.
I know.
Even head of states, I think in New Zealand.
Yeah.
As well, they're head of state in some countries in Asia.
But it's mainly black people that they are the head of state of, which I think is ridiculous. I think it don't make a lick of sense.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that they showed their rear ends when they kicked Meghan out. I hope more countries follow and get out from underneath the Commonwealth.
Yeah, a lot of countries are.
Why would you have the colonizers and the slave masters still there
and
when,
William, after that happened, when William and Kate tried to go to Jamaica, they
booed them out.
They booed them out. I mean, even I think Sophia and Edward, I think they canceled their trip to Jamaica. They was like, we're not gonna go get booed. It was too embarrassing. But I thought it was very sweet that when she got on that plane, because she left before he did, because she wanted to get home to Archie, and that man went,
the pilot took his hat off.
The head of the crew.
Yeah,
the head of the crew.
He said,
took out his hat and said, thank you for what you did for our country. And she just felt like
somebody recognized
the sacrifice. Because it is a sacrifice. This is a woman she's in the prime of her life. She was on the rise. She was like a star. She was on her way. And
She stopped all that to be there in the London just to call her child a monkey and for them to disrespect her and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Just spat on her.
And that's why she said, she made the comment in one of her things. It says that she had never been treated like a black woman until she got to UK.
Yeah.
Right? And I think what she means by that,
the bad parts.
That's what she means.
Well, also I feel
that
like maybe
looking down, that racism, that blatant out racism.
Well, I think her first time witnessing something like that, like disrespect towards a black woman, was when her mom was called the N-word.
Yes.
In the car. I think that was her first experience.
Of that,
Well,
but then
not
mom
her
never
direct
talked about it.
Well, yeah. So I mean, but it stayed there because she remembered it so vividly. She remembered the whites on the knuckles and all that.
Exactly, she did. She really did.
So
yeah, I just felt like, and then when she came out and she collapsed in that guy, the security.
I tried so hard.
I know, and she really did try.
You did, Mom.
But I'm so happy
that she left.
That she walked.
You don't have to sit down there and be in abuse.
Yeah,
child.
Because we know something. We were talking about this and just thinking that if it was a black woman, we probably would.
If Harry would have said we're leaving, the black woman probably would have told him, no, we're not.
No, we're not.
We are going to soldier, and I'm sure you would have been looking at her like, what?
We're not going nowhere.
And
I don't want them blaming me.
If they did this to a woman who is half white, can you imagine what they would have done to a dark-skinned woman?
Oh yes. Like
it would. Yeah. It would have been a bad. It would have been a slaughterhouse.
It would have been. They surely would have been.
Yeah. So
they would have had a fit.
Yeah.
They would have had a fit. So yeah. So that was it. That was really it. I'm trying to look if there was anything else.
I think there's one more episode we have to review.
Yeah, there was nothing else. That was it. So
yes, y'all.
We move on. Oh, the last thing that happened. So they were down in Vancouver, and she said, do you think they'll remove security from us? And he says, no. I mean,
I'm the prince.
Why not? I mean, I'm the prince to the heir to the throne. I'm the prince, the son of the prince, heir to the throne. And he said, and then they did. Harry, you got 3 weeks. Your security will be removed March 31st. Get it together. Hot mess. So that's how that one ended.
Yeah.
Yes. But
yes, y'all.